What is the most embarrassing play in football?
I got to tell you, I was thinking about it. A safety is the most embarrassing play. I, I'm trying to think of a comparison. It's like when you were a kid, maybe at camp, and you went swimming. Maybe you were 10 years old, and you got out of the pool, and your friends pulled down your
Your
bathing
pants.
suit.
Yeah.
You
You want to go home after that. It's like,
are
thanks a lot, guys.
so embarrassed.
Yeah.
You've been exposed. Literally, you've been
Yeah.
exposed. I
Uh-huh.
feel it's like when they pull down your bathing suit or pull down your pants. Here's
Yeah.
Jimmy. The first one, he steps out of the back of the end zone. Talk about it's a high school mistake. It's not
Yeah.
even a college mistake.
No.
And then when they were in the end zone and they were doing their offense last weekend, Iggy, I was alone. I said out loud, "There's going to be a
Safety.
safety."
Safety.
And
Yeah.
then it was a safety.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you kidding me? Like,
And in the press box, like there's no cheering, but when a safety happens, there's like there's nervous giggling. Nervous giggling. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And
There is nervous like, oh my God. That's what happened. Yeah.
it happened on Sunday.
Yes. Absolutely.
And everybody was sort of, people you've heard of are actually giggling. It's
Yes.
that
Absolutely.
embarrassing. And
Yeah.
what it feels like is the whole team has been exposed and the quarterback is a schmuck. The
Yeah.
quarterback is a schmuck.
It,
Had no idea someone was coming around the backside.
it's so embarrassing. It almost feels like the game should end right then and you should lose. And you should have to walk off the field in shame. Like, no, that's it. That's it. Nope. Safety. It's over. Game's over. Mercy
Like
rule.
a TKO.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. A TKO. I think it should be. You got pushed back into your own end zone. Game's over. Game's over. You lose.
And Iggy, what I felt was when I looked at it, it was indicative of the whole team. Their whole team this season is a living, walking safety.
It is a living that when you think what image is a microcosm symbolizes the 2022 49ers.
Yeah.
Oh, the safety. They've done it twice.
Yeah, they're a living, breathing safety.
Yeah.
This team is so screwed up that they've had two safeties against them. That's
Yeah.
Iggy. I'll tell you another thing is safety. Used to be in the playground across the street from where I grew up on Avenue L in Brooklyn. There was a lot of fighting, and sometimes one tough guy would spit in another tough guy's face. It was the most degrading thing. And if the guy didn't come back at him, it was over with.
Yeah.
Safety is getting spit in your face.
Yeah. Absolutely. After, yeah, and in the Niners case, it was in games they lost. It's like after they already got beat up, then they got spit in their face and they didn't do anything about it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I feel not only does it show how crummy the team is, how demoralized. It's another thing. And please forgive me, guys. It's how a loser loses.
Yeah. It's how a loser loses.
It's
Yes.
how a loser. So I'm saying that the Niners, who are 3-4, as of now, they could come in and win the Super Bowl, but they won't. But right now, they're losers.
Right.
They have a losing record. They're losers, and they get safeties against them. They are losers. Iggy, am I saying too much? Are you?
No, they're finding ways to embarrass themselves. And these safeties, it's not like they're on the 1 yard line and they hand the ball off and they're just getting manhandled and the guy gets tackled in the end zone. It's like they're oblivious. They're on the 4 and he drops back and he's like running around in the end zone or he walks out of the end. It's like, where are you guys this year? They seem totally disconnected from reality, the 49ers this year.
Iggy, the guy who got Jimmy this time for the safety, who did he beat?
Trent Williams.
The greatest player in football.
The greatest player in football. The greatest player in football. Now, again, Trent Williams was coming off an injury. All these guys that come off an injury for the Niners feel like they come back 1 or 2 weeks too early, and they gut it out because the season is already on the brink of collapse. But it's like, dude, that you're on the field. You got to play better than that, buddy. They're paying. Your reputation is you're the best of all time. Of all time. Okay. All right. Well, you haven't played like it once this year.
So anyway, now there are other embarrassing plays. I got to say, embarrassing play is on the long snap where he throws it over the quarterback's head.
Yep.
It's not up to its safety, but that's embarrassing.
Yes.
Oh, another embarrassing is when the quarterback throws the ball, but the ball comes out of his hand and it goes backwards. Iggy, isn't that embarrassing?
It is embarrassing. Yes, that's a good one. What else is embarrassing? When you throw the ball backwards, Jimmy Garoppolo did that last year. He threw the ball backwards. That was a fumble. Yeah, those are good ones. Those are good ones. Yeah.
Oh, I'd have to say another very embarrassing one is a long pass down the field and you're a cornerback and you do flagrant pass interference because
Yes.
you cheat.
Yes. Or when there's a long pass down the field and like the camera's panning and then there's no one but a wide receiver there. It's like that was at the end of this game, right? That was a Juju Smith-Schuster caught down the middle of the field. It's like, what is going on? They're just going to give up another, and there's another touchdown right there. Or when Jimmy Garoppolo throws that interception to the linebacker every other week. That one's embarrassing.
So I'd say in a way the Niners have cornered the market on embarrassing plays.
What's funny is people keep saying how great the Niners are and how they're going to figure it out, and they might. But through 7 weeks, they are the most embarrassing team in the league, considering how talented they are and how much the media loves them and has projected success for them. Like they have underwhelmed more than any team in the league, I'd have to say. It's embarrassing.
Does this guy this Kurt Hurd guy, is he always boosting the Niners?
Who's Hurd?
Colin Hurd.
Oh, yeah. He's saying the Niners are really good. Kyle's the greatest and Jimmy's the greatest. He said it again yesterday. He was like, oh, the Chiefs are really good. Like, calm down. The Niners are going to win next week. This is how they always start their seasons. Yeah. All that.
Or every cliche.
All that. And again, like what I love about this Hurd guy is like he pretends that he's an expert on the 49ers. I doubt he even watches their games. But he has probably someone who watches them for him, and then he comes into his little studio in LA and pretends like he knows about the 49ers.
Iggy,
it's
how
great.
Many times has he been down to Santa Clara that you're aware of this season?
0.
Oh.
I've never seen him in person. He's just a pontificator from one studio in LA.
But Stephen A. Smith, he's been down there a lot, right?
No, but to be fair to Stephen A. Smith, I once saw him at a Warrior game. He will go to like playoff games. So I've never seen Colin Cowherd at a game ever.
Okay.
He's too busy.